Name that Pokemon. It's Dewott. Hello, it's Ashka, aka Mental Symphony from Tumblr. I'm here again. I'm back. Not answering questions because apparently that's boring to some anonymous people. So this is about social anxiety and making friends. This was a request, and I will always do requests, so if you need advice or anything, let me know. So, social anxiety is a tricky thing, uh, especially getting over it. Um, when you're socially anxious for a long time, you will become depressed, so other disorders will take part in your life that you don't really need, and people become anxious for numerous reasons: genetics, childhood, being teased, just the way you grow up, uh, abuse, trauma. Um, it can make you unsure of yourself, which is a huge problem with people who have social anxiety. Um, However, the best technique is practice. Most people with social anxiety are terrified of making phone calls and driving, going to school, making eye contact. They don't really have a lot of friends, and it's extremely common, so don't feel weird. It's common. Trust me, it's common. And dealing with these problems, it's going to take practice, a lot of practice, and you're not going to like this type of practice, but you're going to have to do it if you want to get better. So you need to start small. Um, if the phone rings, answer it. Uh, if you need to make a phone call, don't have someone else do it. Make the phone call yourself. Write down everything that you want to say. It makes it a lot easier. If someone answers the door, then answer it, because a lot of people with social anxiety are terrified of answering the door. And the best method is obviously finding a psychiatrist and a psychologist, and medication. Um, Zoloft is very good for social anxiety and panic disorder, as well as a few others. It's an antidepressant. Klonopin, which is a benzo, it works very well. It stays in your system because it has a very long half-life. Xanax is good for panic attacks, but it does not stay in your system long, and it just kicks in fast, and that's it. um, so finding a good psychologist is important. They need to understand you, and it might take a few tries. You might not find a psychiatrist or a psychologist that you really like. And again, if you're feeling very anxious, then try the ICE technique that I mentioned in my previous video. As for making friends, people with social anxiety are usually afraid of what other people think. And so turn it around. Focus on the person that you're talking to. So instead of them asking you a ton of questions, and your mind is racing and you don't know what to say because you think you're going to say the wrong thing, ask them questions and really take note and remember what they say so that you can discuss it later on, and that way they know you care. And you need to take baby steps. If you're afraid of taking the bus, for an example, then get on the bus one day and stay on for 1 or 2 stops, then get off, and that's your progress for the day, and that's amazing. It's excellent, because you're slowly exposing yourself to situations that you are afraid of, and slowly you're learning to conquer your fear. And remember, if someone thinks that you're crazy for being anxious or not wanting to do something, um, they just don't understand, and you can't force someone to understand something. But as for yourself, it's also good to read up on your disorder, find out if there are bookstores that have anything on anxiety, if there are workbooks, because those are really good. So thank you for that request, and hopefully I've helped. If anyone else has a request, then let me know. My next video will be about self-harm and depression, which was another request, and that's about it. So happy Halloween, and I gotta get back to my Pokemon battle. I'm not sure who's gonna win. It's between Oshawott and Dewott, and there's a size difference here. But, so who would you root for? Oshawott or Dewott? Let me know. Bye!